Hello and welcome to another episode of Bare Bones Wargaming, a show with no bells, no whistles, no frills, just a man, a camera, and his game. Now in this episode, as you see before you, dun 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 dun, not really though, it's kind of a red herring. I've been working on my own version of an 1813 campaign for the Napoleon 1807 and Napoleon 1806 system. I understand Shakos is going to be doing an 1815 game, but I am so intrigued by 1813. I'm kind of doing some research and working on things, looking at their scale and stuff, and trying to come up with my own homemade one, at least until I hope someday they make 1813, and more importantly perhaps 1814, because I find that one fascinating too. It's just what he did against those odds is just remarkable. But anyway, I digress. But that's just been working on that there. That's the this is the West Point military atlas of the wars of the Napoleonic age is what I've been using as part of my research there. But today, actually, I'm bringing you an unboxing. And actually, I know I said in my next video was probably going to be my 10 best and 10 worst. I'm holding off on that, and part of the reason I was holding off is what you're about to see here, because I've been waiting for this, and it showed up today on my doorstep. So let's go to the unboxing. And what are we unboxing today? Boom, ba da 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 da. It's the latest offering from VentoNuovo Games, Black Swan, Europe, 1939 to 1945. I've really been very happy with my latest run of VentoNuovo Games. As you all know, the Eastern Front ones. I like Stalingrad. Bloody Monday I picked up recently. 1914 was kind of more of a B+ for me because of diceless combat. I'm not a big fan of diceless combat. And I don't mean like with cards or anything. I mean you just calculate. It's not really my style. So, but this just showed up on my doorstep, which is the good news. The bad news is, and it's still stuck in customs. That's why I'm shooting this video, because God knows how long it'll be in custom. I also ordered the big Uber map, Ubertex, Gore-Tex map, whatever phrase they use for that. So that is coming, who knows when. I guess it was a tube, and hey, it looks like a bazooka. I don't know. Anyway, so RPG. Anyhow, whatever. Point being, it's in customs, and who knows when it's going to show up. But I can play this because, of course, this comes with the board in the box. So, let's do the unboxing video. Let me show you what I did get, which is basically everything but the Uber map. Now, one thing I do want to show you right off the bat here, and the only reason I'm mentioning this is, you notice this isn't shrink wrap. I didn't break this. I just unwrapped this out of bubble wrap. Now, granted, it was wrapped in bubble wrap nice and firm, but it wasn't shrink wrap. And let me tell you, here today in the River City, it is pouring buckets. I saw an old guy with a bunch of gopher wood asking for some help to build something. I think a boat, he said. But anyway, good thing I was home, because if it had been left out in the rain, I would have been nervous. So anyway, just a point I noticed here. So here we go. Cover art is interesting. I think we're all familiar probably with, oh, where's my pointer? What am I doing to you guys? Ha! Aha! I think we're all familiar with this. This guy here reminds me of that one picture on the Eastern Front. But, I don't know. He looks like... I'm sorry, there's no other word for it. He kind of looks kind of dorky. I'm sorry, but it's true. Okay, what's inside the box? Let's find out. Alright. Oh, let's pop the lid. Nice sturdy lid. And, of course, this is a block game. So you've got lots of blocks. You've got yellow blocks, black blocks, light blue blocks, dark blue blocks, lots of discs, lots of little blocks. Bigger blocks. These round ones are used for sea control. I've already skimmed the rules online, by the way. Here's some other multicolored blocks, which again, you know, is very cool. I like it when the colors are so clear and distinct in any game. These blocks are part of the Kickstarter. These are for the French. So they have the light green blocks. Got your dice, just white dice, no big deal. Nothing fancy there. And of course this is a block game, so you got your standard stickers. Whoops. There we go. That looks better. Okay. This is the French one. As you can see, this is the Kickstarter symbol over there. So this is a little add-on stuff here. This, I'm going to lay this on the table so it's easy to see. This is the regular one here. Okay, so you got lots of things going on, and again, typical. You know, your pips, your different colors to designate, you know, which is which. The bottom symbols there are the blitz markers, which you can buy and use from what I've skimmed of the rules. Again, I haven't read the rules in depth, but honestly, this is kind of strikes me from what I've skimmed as, you know, a what's the word? Excuse me, I want standard VentoNuovo type of game. But it does seem very interesting with the seat control and stuff, so I haven't really got into it. Like I said, just showed up on my doorstep. Literally, this showed up on my doorstep not quite 2 hours ago. It showed up, actually, the FedEx guy rang the bell right before I was ready to take my kids out to preschool. So anyway, you can see there, you got all the different colors. Okay, you got artillery. What am I doing again? You've got artillery symbols, tank, aircraft, and all the different ones. Well, that looks like anti-aircraft down there. That's pretty cool. Alright. Then again, you got all the colors that are bright. That yellow at the top. Who is that at the top? Oh, that's the Italians. Whew. That's a bright yellow there, man. Whew. Alright. And of course, the black swan referred to in the title is the Germans. So, there's the stickers. Rulebook is what you would normally expect. Let me come back out here now a little bit, get a better picture. This is what you would come to expect from VentoNuovo Games. Full color, nicely done, well organized, 2 columns, examples where needed. You know, just what I've come to expect from them in terms of, you know, how they do their games and stuff. And again, you know, plenty of examples. So example, you know, lots of good examples that they scatter throughout their rules. So color. So, and again, I mean, you know, their games are, the rules are not overly complicated, but again, something can be simple without being simplistic. So, you know, like the old Mouse, right? Simplicity of command. So, and then of course you got the scenarios. There's a bunch of different scenarios. Campaign game, 41, 42, 43, 44. So, yeah, definitely very cool. So, usual. Good quality. Got the player aid cards. There are 2 of these. Still working on getting them out, so give me a moment. So there's the one side. Again, full color. Nicely done. Very quick. Once you know the rules, you basically just can use the player aid card. Once you really go through the rules and take a moment to learn them as well. And then on the back, you got sequence of play, naval phase and stuff. Okay, so it's all very nicely organized. And again, very nice color ones too. Okay, now I think all that's left in the map box now is the map, and that is correct. So before I show you guys the map, because I'm going to need the room anyway, let me show you now with Kickstarter. Of course, you can boost your Black Swan experience, which I usually do because, you know, I'm getting older. Bigger the better as far as that goes. I think that's part of the reason why I've started to gravitate toward block games too, as well. But you know, who knows? I mean, I got a big order of Napoleonic games coming. That's another story for another time. And thank goodness it's Christmas, and thank goodness my wife likes jewelry, because one piece of jewelry is equal to, like, what, 10, 15 games? Something like that. Anyway, I digress. So, here's one part of it. You've got the victory point flags, which are very cool. You can easily see them. Then you've got the cylinders to mark. I believe these are for production areas. Okay, so it says flags and markers. There's 85 pieces in there. Very cool. Extra set of blocks, which, again, you know, it is kind of up to you sort of thing. They kind of go with the next item here, which is a different style of stickers that you can use. So you can have 2 different styles if you want to use them. Of course, me, since, you know, like I said, I'm kind of working on my own designs, I need the blocks because they're going to be, you know, the same kind of system as Napoleon 1807. I need the blocks. So, you know, extra blocks is always good for me. And this is 223 pieces in this sucker. And then the extra set of stickers there, which I mean, it looks like it is just basically, oh no, there is the difference is the infantry and stuff have people on them instead of the symbols. So yeah, all the land symbols here, the infantry symbols are NATO symbols, whereas here they're not. So that's what that up with the extra stickers there. Okay, now let's get down to business. Let me just quickly move some of this stuff aside so we can put out the map and see just how big this sucker's going to be. I have a feeling that I'm going to need my other table nearby to deal with the Gore-Tex map when it shows up, because this looks pretty big. So let's find out together. And this is an area game. So here's one panel. The East with the Soviet Union. Da. So nice big spaces. Again, real easy to see. Even this, I mean, this is one of those paper maps that's, you know, like the heavy duty type. It's not real thin. It's got some weight to it. Okay, it'll take some hits, but you know, you got your ports. The port symbols are important for sea control, not surprisingly. Let's see. Let's come back out a little bit. Then we'll go up here. You can see the production centers here with the triangles. These are the smallest production centers with those, and then you've got bigger ones, 5s, and then way up here, I hope you can see it. It's a little hard to see because the way maps fold, there's 20. Whew! There's 10 down here at Baku. So look, Hitler was right. He should have been going after that, right? Sorry, my little joke there. Alright. And let's see what the other half looks like. One thing I did notice when I was kind of looking at this and deciding whether I was going to do this or not, I did notice, even though this starts in 1939, they have separate spaces that make up Austria and Czechoslovakia, which of course means if you wanted to do something, your own variant, or maybe they're going to make a variant in the future for 1938, you know, here's Austria, you can see it, and then here's the two pieces of Czechoslovakia. So, but again, nice big spaces. Yeah, but look at the size of this. I mean, let me try and pull this back a little bit more. I mean, look at that. It's huge. That Gore-Tex map is going to cover this whole thing, I bet you. Woo! But again, the older I get, the more I like all that. So you got everything else you need. You got France, you got the UK, and up here, USA. You got Spain, North Africa, of course. Sideshow. Oh, sorry. And then over here, just to show you, you've got one of the combat tables. Oh, this must be for strategic warfare, because this does seem like your basic to hit kind of system, which is used with blocks. So this is strategic warfare because it says raiders and escorts and interceptors. And again, you got the sequence of play here too. So that's nice. You got these round spaces too that are used for the markers to determine who has control, if anybody, of a specific sea zone. So, and that's its own separate step here. Where is it? Here, body of water activation, those kind of things. So that's kind of neat too. I really am looking forward to this. As you all know, I've been on a Napoleonic run, and the only thing that would make me desert the Emperor right now and send him off to Elba would be this game. I've been really looking forward to this because, again, I've been very pleased. I've been looking for a playable, strategic World War II game. I love Triumph and Tragedy, but the size of the map, the number of spaces, and the units and stuff, that's been the thing I've always thought was the weakness. The strength is definitely the diplomacy. Absolutely the diplomacy, without a doubt, is the strength of that game. And already, I'll just tell you, I've got visions dancing in my head of trying how to graft a diplomacy phase using the diplomacy cards in Triumph and Tragedy, and then whatever happens, whoever gets to be allies and stuff like that, satellites and stuff, grafting it onto this. So, but that'll be a project for down the road, clearly, because I have other irons in the fire as it is. So there you go. This is the latest offering from VentoNuovo Games, and to me, it looks pretty good. Oh, there's the bottom of the box too, by the way. Again, nice color, the usual. I mean, usually what you expected. I stumbled across these guys in a trade I traded for Moscow 41 a few years back. That was my first introduction to block games too. I had messed with block games before, and it was like, no, not me. But then between that and Pax Baltica, I really started to appreciate them. Now there are some ones that I feel like have let me down, and if you watch my other videos, you know who I'm talking about. And some other games will show up here in a little while on the 10 best and worst list to come. So anyway, so there you go. There's the offering, so you can look at everything here and decide, hey, do I want to upgrade? Do I just want to get the regular stuff? You know, how do I want to run this, so to speak, with this, if you choose to investigate this and take a look at it. So there you go. All right, next video, I suspect my next video will be my top 10 best and worst is probably, yeah. If I decide to dive into this, which I haven't quite decided yet because I have a few other Napoleonic games showing up here between today and tomorrow. But if I do decide to dive into this and go wild with it, that would be the video after that. And of course, then I would show you guys, once it gets out of customs, then I would show you the Gore-Tex map, because that's what I definitely would use for the playthrough, unless it like disappears into the dark recesses of the United States Customs Service. I don't know, I guess. So, all right. Anyway, so there you go. There's a little peek at that. Black Swan by VentoNuovo Games, just released on December the 3rd, I believe, technically. So I got mine pretty quick for being over here in the good old US of A. All right. So next time, this time, because it's getting to be the end of the year. This is Tim Korsnoy from Bare Bones Wargaming, saying thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.